Well, hello and a very warm welcome to Paris 2024, and we are at Invalides in the central of the city for archery action at the Paralympic Games here in France. It's great that you can join us, and we are into the session here with mixed team recurve open eliminations, and we will also have, we're going to end with 6 teams going through to the quarterfinals, and unfortunately you can see the weather is not particularly flash for this session. The temperature is around 16 degrees Celsius. The wind is up around 13 kilometres per hour, although it's not strong at the moment. But the big challenge for the archers today will be steady and heavy rain. Here are the matches in the session. Mixed teams recurve. We've got Indonesia against Thailand, India against Australia, France versus Poland, Slovenia up against Colombia, and then the last 2 matches, the Republic of Korea up against Iran and Turkey up against Ukraine. Good news for Italian fans with the top seeding straight through to the quarterfinals, and good news for the People's Republic of China too. They are also straight through to the quarterfinals, having been seeded number 2 in the qualification which was held in an earlier session.
Entraîneur de l'équipe de France de tir à l'arc, qui a également beaucoup aidé et entraîné l'équipe de para-tir à l'arc. Merci d'accueillir.
Coach of the French archery team, who has played a great part in assisting and training the para-athletes. Please welcome Ludovic Cotry.
Great stuff from Ludovic Cotry. Gets the session underway, and we'll have the archers about to enter the shooting line from Indonesia and Thailand. So mixed teams recurve open action. 1-8 eliminations. The winners of this match through to the quarterfinal. All 4 of these archers were involved in the individual competition. Keen to get the win in these very wet conditions.
Cible numéro 1, représentant l'Indonésie.
Target number 1, representing Indonesia, Wahyu Retno Wulanari and Satyawan.
Cible numéro 2, représentant la Thaïlande.
Target number 2, representing Thailand, Paparapan Pataweo and Hunri Shai Netsiri.
Le juge de ligne pour cette rencontre est...
The line judge is Liz Del Carmen Perez.
Well, it's a wet day, isn't it? It's going to be really challenging for the archers from 70 metres in these conditions. But the Indonesian team is ready to go. Wulandari and Satyawan. And likewise for the Thai team as well, with Pataweo and Nitsiri about to take to the shooting line. Good combination, this pair. Silver in the mixed teams at the World Champs in 2022. The wet conditions. Glenn Lama's my name. We've got John Stubbs with us again for the call today. John, a former British para-archery, won gold in Beijing. And obviously, as this match begins in just a moment, we need to talk about the very heavy rain. And unfortunately, it's forecast to continue right the way through the session. And this is going to be quite challenging for the archers.
It is, Glenn. Good day, Glenn. Yeah. It is going to be testing, but it's the same for all archers. You know, if you've not practiced in the rain, well, tough on you.
Yeah, exactly. But it is very, very heavy. And I guess the big challenge is to try and keep the equipment as dry as possible.
Yeah, obviously it's all about, you know, testing the conditions, seeing where your first arrow goes, and then making judgment on that arrow. You've got to commit to your first shot and read, you know, be honest with yourself when you're judging the shot, and then just make the adjustments accordingly.
Do you lower your expectations with scoring?
No, not necessarily. Not necessarily. You know, if it was windy, you know, we can see the temperature drop is affecting the athletes. But a steady rain, you know, yes, initially it will alter your sight mark, but no, the scores should be there or thereabouts where they were at.
So we've just got a slight delay with the scoring system there there's a technical problem halfway down the range there that keeps the archers informed as to how much time you've got left on the clock there. So that's gone off for the meantime while something is being fixed. The other question that people might be watching around the world as we see some very hardy souls in the stands for this session is, why are we actually competing in this rain? I mean, some people think this is terrible conditions. Archery, it should be postponed, but there's no reason that it'll ever be delayed unless there's lightning, right?
Absolutely not. It's wet sunshine. You know, the only thing that will actually stop archery from actually taking place is if it's really bad wind, and I mean it has to be blowing a gale. But if there's threats of thunderstorm, rain will never suspend the play. Yes,
indeed. And we did see one session delayed or postponed at the Olympic Games due to a thunderstorm warning. And matches had to be moved to the next day, but there is no thunderstorm warning today. So they will continue to compete all the way through.
It's about keeping warm, you know, and ultimately, you know, the athletes really want a bit of wind to come through and blow the rain away.
What about the hands? Can I ask about the hands once they get wet and potentially cold? Does that become a challenge?
As we see, you know, it's about keeping that grip effectively dry. You know, the hands will absorb water. You know, they become a bit like a sponge. But the thing about it, you've got to keep your grip dry. You know, and it's also the tab that they hold the string with, that obviously absorbs water as well. It's made from leather, so you wouldn't thought it will swell, but it's all about maintaining good grip on the bow and also your finger tab.
Well, good news. We can see the scoreboard is now working, and we're going to get this match underway.
Au milieu du terrain des finales, on peut voir les deux pays et surtout le timing parce que chaque archer dispose de 30 secondes pour libérer la flèche. Donc c'est important d'avoir cette information disponible avant le début de la compétition.
So here we go with mixed team recurve 1-8 elimination action here at the Paris Paralympic Games. This is Indonesia against Thailand. It's going to be a best of 4 set encounter. Each archer will shoot 2 arrows per set, and it's going to be the Thai team to get things underway with Anuachai Netsiri. And he starts off with a 10. What a lovely start for Thailand. So Netsiri is a silver medalist from Rio in the individual, and here is Pata Whale now in her second Paralympics as well. She was the 2023 Asian Para Champs winner. A tale of two bows there, wasn't there?
Definitely, yep.
But this rain is absolutely torrential as Wulandari tries to get everything all sorted for her arrow. Now, of course, there's a slight change to the timing system too that each archer has too, John.
Yeah, we're on 80-second shot clock for the start of the match.
So on average 20 seconds per arrow now for each archer rather than 30 in the individual competition.
Yeah. So this is now exactly the same as our Olympic counterparts.
Yes, everything's exactly the same now. Netsiri starts off fantastically, clearly the best archer in this first set. A 9 and a 10 in these conditions is pretty decent.
Yeah, he's adapted really well to the conditions.
Well, Pata Whale wanting an improvement on that too. Oh, she just doubles it to 4, so just 25 locked in for Thailand. So it's going to be Indonesia here with 14 points, so an average of 7 per archer. Wulandari gets 9 of them, so that makes the target nice and big here for Setiawan, who got a 5 with his first arrow. And he gets a 9 with the second, so there's the set win for the Indonesians. And they take it 30 points to 25. And now it's all about drying the equipment as much as possible. Probably wise for both teams to have more than one towel out there per archer.
Definitely. Also, you know, because of the synthetic makeup of your bowstring, that also will absorb water. So it's all about good bow maintenance.
So if the string on the bow gets wet, what impact does that have on the arrow?
It slows the arrow down. It slows the bow. Well, the string going forward. You'll see that the water will disperse out of the string. So that in turn slows the arrow. Well, it slows the bow down.
So in terms of your aiming of the arrow, then what impact does that have on it?
None whatsoever.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
The end of the first set.
That's what your sight's for. You make your alterations in the sight. These guys will have all changed their sight marks significantly from where they would position it on a bright and sunny day.
Well, look at Wulandari there. She is... I was about to say, is she seeing the funny side of the weather? I'm not sure about that.
It's the same for all 4 archers. It's how you adapt to the weather.
Oh, it's absolutely incredible how heavy that rain is. And as I touched on, it's not expected to ease off throughout this entire session. So all of the 12 teams that are going to be in action are likely to encounter this in this session.
You just hope they've tested their spare equipment.
Yep. So here we go with Thailand after dropping that first set by 30 to 25. Here comes Hanrui Chai Net City again. 10 and a 9 in the first set for him. Superb performance.
8.
Lots of experience there.
Yeah, lots of experience with Patawayo as well. Yep. Just a 2 and a 4 for her in that first set. Oh, and she starts with a 2 again. That's really unfortunate for Thailand.
She's reluctant to actually move her sight the distance it needs to be adjusted by.
6.
Now, to end the first rotation, it's tier 1. Well, he drops into the 1 zone.
Yeah, maybe these guys need to start aiming off. So that's aiming sort of high of the target, and then hope that obviously the rain will push the arrows lower, but into the centre of the target.
Yeah, it's worth trying, isn't it?
It is.
At least, as we see, like, well, 4 and the 4 arrows, 3 of them dropping way low in that first pass. Tell you what, Net City's got it sorted out, hasn't he? He needs to give some info fast to Patawayo here, his teammate.
And that's what it's all about. It's all about communicating with one another.
Well, they're going to lock in 20. Interesting, Patawayo looking around to her coach rather than
speaking to a teammate.
Yeah, exactly. It's interesting. It's a little bit confusing as we see Wulandari.
Correction. 8.
Looking good here for Indonesia again. So a 6 or higher here for Setiawan to end, or to win the second set. He's got the 7. Nice job by the Indonesians.
It's great observing the arrows from behind.
Yeah.
Because the arrows, basically, they leave a vapor trail.
Yeah, they do, yeah.
So you can actually follow the trail of the arrow into the target.
4-0. Thailand, particularly Patawao, really struggling to get any accuracy into her arrows at all. It's a real shame because she's a good archer. 2-4, 2-1.
Yeah.
Incredibly tough for her out on the shooting line at the moment.
She's got to start aiming off and quick.
Well, she's got one more chance here with only 2 sets remaining.
Yeah. She'd be best aiming where she's landing low in the bottom of the target. She'd be better off aiming at that colour high of the target, you know, to drop him into the centre of the target.
Well, the irony is that her partner, Net City, is the best of the 4 archers out there.
He is.
So with a 10, 9 and an 8 and a 9 in these conditions, that's pretty outstanding.
Yeah. This is where draw weight obviously comes into play as well. The men technically have got the more muscle, so they can handle heavier weight bows.
Well, Thailand have one more chance here.
The flag's being weighted with
the water. Yes, I did wonder about that, and that obviously can make a bit of a misleading wind reading off the socks.
Yeah, but you're feeling it on your body.
Yeah, and you can see there isn't much wind there at the moment. It is just that rain.
If you can manage the rain, you should shoot well.
Well, and Net City is proving it.
He is. You've got to embrace conditions like this, not be fearful of them.
Exactly. So 4-0 to Indonesia. So they just need a tied set, the Indonesians, to move through to the quarterfinals. And Net City continues to score well for the team that's trailing at the moment. Now all eyes on Patawao here.
She's bringing it up.
Yeah, it's still way right though too, isn't it?
Yeah.
All of her arrows have gone right. Wulandari for Indonesia. Good arrow from her. That's the best score, or equals her best score of the match so far. It's tier 1 to follow it up. Oh, he drops into the 5, but it's still, strange to say it, a 2-point lead for the Indonesians.
Oh, it's been solid.
It's been outstanding. Well, big arrow here for Thailand. This, if it's a good score for Patawao, could ensure their survival. I just can't get that height right on her bow. So 25. So it's going to be just 12 required. It's an average of 6. And there is 6. So it's a 6 for the Indonesians to win here.
Lots of time.
Tier 1 too. Remember, just got a 5 with his arrow there. Just needs a 1-point improvement. And he's got the 7. So there's the win to Thailand, to Indonesia. Nice job by the Indonesian pair. It's all about winning. The score is not really relevant in these conditions. Near is a comfortable win for Indonesia in this 1-8 elimination mixed teams recurve match. They win over Thailand 6 set points to 0.
A 9, 5, 6 and 7 for a total of 27. Enough for Indonesia's Wayuretno Wulandari and Setiawan to book their place in the quarterfinals coming up this afternoon.
Mesdames et messieurs, veuillez accueillir les coachs, les juges et les athlètes sur le terrain des finales.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the coaches, judges and the athletes.
Well, here he is again, Taman Kenton-Smith, the Aussie. Well, he certainly gave all the fans plenty of entertainment in the men's individual compound, in the men's individual recurve, rather, competition where he finished fourth. An outstanding achievement there for Taman Kenton-Smith. But this pairing here is formidable.
Number one, representing India, Pooja and Harvinder Singh.
Pooja, quarter-finalist in the women's individual, only just beaten by the gold medalist in that match, and Harvinder Singh, the gold medalist in the men's individual.
Target number two, representing Australia, Amanda Jennings and Taman Kenton-Smith.
Amanda Jennings and Taman Kenton-Smith, two Queenslanders teaming up for Australia. Amanda Jennings finished in the 1-8 eliminations. So she shot pretty well in that in her win over Wulandari of Indonesia in the individual competition. The Indian coach is a crucial part of this camp. Gaurav Sharma, he's done a fantastic job. India have won 2 medals here already. Sarah Fuller from Australia is the coach. But the big leveler in this is the rain. Just how experienced are these archers shooting in heavy rain? We're about to find out. Let's get this 1-8 elimination mixed team recurve open match underway. And this Indian team is going to be an interesting watch with Harvinder Singh, the men's gold medalist in the individual, to start off.
It's all about communication now. Talking to one another. Being honest about your execution and where you aimed.
Pooja, interesting archer on another day with a different draw. She could have easily have been contending for a medal in the women's individual. And in some respects, she should have even won that quarterfinal against Wu, who went on to win the gold for China. Now Amanda Jennings. Former paracanoeist.
No tap, no tap.
No.
That is strange.
Did she forget to put it on, John?
I think she did.
She's just put it on there.
Yep.
Schoolboy error.
Well, it cost her a no score. Well, she sees the funny side of it, but she's just cost her 10 points there.
Yeah, I wouldn't be happy.
Pooja now for India, who've got a big advantage in this first set. So 3 or higher required here from Singh. And he gets the 7. So there's the first set in the bank for India. It's a content Pooja and Harvinder Singh. Now she's got her tab between her fingers as Amanda Jennings.
How can you forget your tab?
I don't know. Only she can answer that question.
Yeah.
Well, maybe the coach didn't pick it up either. Where's your tab, Amanda? Where's your tab?
Yeah. The archer should know that, just by the feel of the string on the finger.
Of course, of course.
Yep.
So 7 there for Kenton-Smith. 31 to 18. No worries there at all for the Indian team. Even if Jennings had got a 10, let's say, with her tab, it still would have been a set win there for the Indians anyway.
It would have. Yeah. Formidable pair in the Indians.
Yes, absolutely. These mixed teams, yes, they are formidable, all right. They're certainly expected to contend. They finished 5th in the ranking round, which perhaps you might say is a little on the low side for them, given some of the other teams. Italy were top, China were number 2, Turkey 3, Poland 4, and then the Indians finished in 5th place, just ahead of the Iranians. It's a good-looking, strong kind of lineup, isn't it?
It is. But rankings don't determine the medals.
They certainly don't. All they do is determine who you're going to play in the first round of the eliminations.
Exactly.
So 31 to 18 it is to India. Good news is the range is to have just eased off a little bit for the meantime.
Yeah, so that'll, all the arrows will now lift because the arrows are not being pushed down by the rain. Yeah, the arches will still feel cold and damp, but it's all about the rain affecting the trajectory of the arrows.
Well, critical the Australians get off to a good start, just 6 points between the two archers on the first pass. It's game over in a set of archery. It's just not good enough. So let's see if the Australians can make the necessary adjustments here and get 2 good arrows on the target. Put a bit of scoreboard pressure on the Indian team.
Makes thinks that feels funny.
Jennings to go first.
Better. Crank that side down.
Oh, Kenton Smith. Responsibility again on his shoulders. It's better.
Yep.
Good arrow there from him in these conditions. So the Indians have decided.
Great shot.
Singh gets the first 10. So Singh is leading off. The 2 middle arrows are being taken by Pooja, and then Singh is anchoring.
Good team management, that.
Set.
Could just see Harvinder Singh, just the confidence he has, knowing he's the Paralympic Games champion.
Yeah.
Standing on the shooting line, he's looking very comfortable.
It lifts it takes the pressure off you. You know, it might burden him with a bit more pressure going into the matches because he's obviously got that expectation.
But he looks comfortable in that, with that, doesn't he?
He does.
Yeah, it's really super cool to see. Last arrow for the Australians in this second set. Back-to-back 8s there for Kenton Smith. Means 24 is going to be locked in out of a maximum of 40. So again, the Indians are in a very comfortable position here. Pooja can actually win the set with this arrow if she gets an 8 or higher. And there is a 9, so they've won this set with an arrow to spare.
Arrows are just beginning to lift again.
Singh had a 10 with that opening arrow of the set. Just away of that one, but this is a solid effort here from India. They're looking very good, aren't they? 31 and 35 in these wet conditions, and they'll race out to a 4-0 lead in this elimination match.
It looks as though the rain might have abated for a while.
Fingers crossed. Yeah, what a star singers at the moment in para-archery. Done so well in the last 2 Paralympic Games.
India's Pooja and yesterday's gold medalist Harbinder Singh in their first set score a 10-7-9-9 for a total of...
Oh, the beautiful thing about the Paralympic Games, they're supporters of every single country here in Paris. Yeah, not as many umbrellas up in the stands now.
Not now, no. It's all about communication. These two, all 4 archers should be, as pairs, should be basically sharing information, being honest where they're aimed, and say whether it was a good execution. It's all about giving as much information to your teammate as possible.
Absolutely.
Is there a big screen there?
There are 2 big screens. Out on the lead here, and around they're up above each of the stands that are lining the shooting range. Yep. Believe me, you're on the shooting line, you can't miss them.
No.
Well, there's Jennings' best arrow by a country mile in the match so far.
Yep.
Yeah.
Much better by the Australians. So to compare the 17 on the first pass, they had 11 in set number 2 and just 6 in the first. And that's matched the Indians, who have opened with 17 in each set. So this one might be interesting.
This is what we expect.
Pooja with her first arrow of set 3. Remember, if the Indians win the set, the match is over and they're into the quarterfinals. Oh, well. And that's only just a 1 as well.
That's because the rain stopped.
Yeah. And there's Pooja explaining what happened with that arrow to Singh. Seems as though she knew what went wrong there. So a big chance here for Australia to get some set points.
Yeah, get them back into the match now.
Set.
Well, here is Kenton Smith.
Watch the shot clock.
6. He needs a 6 or higher to win the set.
Yep.
And there is a 9, so Australia are on the board. Oh, yeah. That's how to do it. Kenton Smith. Well, all eyes on Pooja now. What adjustments has she made after that 1? Yeah, loose arrow. You'd have to put it down to. She's a good archer.
She is.
Well, nothing seems to be rattling Harbinder Singh at all. Scores of 9-10, 8-7, 9-9 for him so far, but collectively it's Australia that are going to take that third set, 33-27.
All archers now finding the middle.
One more set to go. Australia win this set, it's a shoot-off.
Yeah, as we can still see, there's still moisture in the bow.
Third set for Australia's Amanda Jennings and Amon Kenton Smith. 8-9, 7-9, 33 takes the 2 points. They still trail 4-2 going into the fourth.
String will have, well, string will have obviously completely dried itself out. So that's why the arrows now start to seem to be coming out of the bow faster.
A bit more ping on them now, right?
And the serving of where you actually attach the arrow to the string, you know, that will obviously expand with moisture. So the sooner it dries out, the looser fit the arrow will actually have on the bow. So it comes off cleaner.
Yeah, Kenton Smith's got clear skies, let's go written on his...
I don't think you'll see clear skies today, though.
Yeah, well, that's probably true. So here's an intriguing situation. Two good arrows from the Australians here, just like the last set. And this could be very, very interesting all of a sudden.
Yeah. In the context of the match, that's a great arrow.
Yep. Well, you never know what's going to happen. Who would have thought Pooja would only score a 1 with an arrow in the last set? No one in this entire arena would have thought that.
Oh, Singh
dropped down to the 7. Yeah.
Pooja needs a goal score now.
Oh, well. Yeah. A 4. Wow, this is looking like shoot-off material now, isn't it?
Definitely.
If the two Australians can hold their nerve here.
Red or butter, and it puts them in a great position.
And it is. It's an 8. So the magic number is 32 here for Australia.
Yep.
So it's an 8 or higher here for Kenton Smith. If he can get this, we're in a shoot-off in this match.
Yep.
And it is. We're heading to a shoot-off. The Aussies come back from the dead. What a performance from them.
Kenton's expression is back.
Wow, what has happened to the Indian team, looking so comfortable in the heavy rain? And now, not so comfortable. Pooja, there's a look for you. She is not a happy camper right now.
She needs a stern talking to.
Well, it looks like she's quite capable of giving herself a stern talking to, quite frankly. But India, scores of 31 and 35 have fallen back into the 20s in those last 2 sets. So there's a classic match of 2 halves for you. In this mixed teams 1-8 elimination, we're heading to a shoot-off to see who moves through to the quarterfinals.
Yeah. You've got to fancy the Australians, the way they've come back. Pressure is all on the Indian team.
7-4-5-8 for India.
Well, Taman Kenton Smith, as we saw in the individual, is more than capable of upsetting anyone. He beat the world #1 in the quarterfinals, and he doesn't seem to be concerned who the quality of the archer on the other side of the target.
Why should you be? It's his game as much as anybody else's.
Well, shoot off here in this 1-8 elimination. New target's been put up. So, simple format for shoot-offs. 1 arrow per archer. Highest cumulative score wins. If we're tied, closest to the centre wins.
Is it 1 arrow alternating between teams?
It is. It is. Well, he's been pushing to infinity, hasn't he? Damon Kenton-Smith, good on him.
So if the scores are tied, it's the nearest to the X.
That's correct. That little crosshair's right in the middle of the target, which archers love to call the spider. Well, Kenton-Smith in individual play, has been involved in one shoot-off, he's won it. Harvinder Singh, 4 from 5.
If I was the Australian team, I'd shoot Kenton-Smith first. Get a good arrow, you know, in the bag.
Well, that's an interesting point. Interesting to see if they do just that. And what would you do if the Indians? Would you lead off with Harvinder Singh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The strongest archer first.
Yeah.
It puts more pressure on the opposition.
It's going to be the Indians to go first in the shoot-off. Mixed teams recurve open. 1-8 elimination. Winner through to the quarterfinals. India against Australia. The Indian team, there it is. Harvinder Singh won the individual title, gold medal. Pooja was a quarterfinalist in the women's. It is going to be Harvinder Singh to lead off here in the shoot-off. Highest cumulative score wins. If scores are tied, closest to the centre wins. Solid 9 to start with for Harvinder Singh. Sheetal Devi urging her compatriots on here. Jennings. Oh. Well, it's going to make it very tough now for Australia.
It is.
So Pooja for the win. Here, you'd think with the 10, it'll be enough. In fact, she needs way less than that. It's a 7. Has that grabbed the 7 line? That'll be it. That's enough.
No.
16.
Oh, yeah.
16 is the total score. Australia, all they can get to is 15. He just gets it away in time. And Kenton-Smith has missed. Well, not well managed there by Australia at all, I'm afraid. And that's a real shame. That shoot-off has gone that way for them, but the Indians have survived, winning the shoot-off by 15 points to 5.
Yeah, the Australians missed a trick there. Should have started with their strongest archer.
Yep. Harvinder Singh came good with that 9. Pooja will be hoping for better in the quarterfinals. But the bottom line is the Indians are through. Probably not in the way they would have hoped for, but they are there in the quarterfinals now. Winning this match in a shoot-off, they take the match 5-4.
Congratulations to India's Pooja and Harvinder Singh winning the shoot-off. Great competitors, they go through to the quarterfinals. And let's hear it for Australia's Amanda Jennings and Tamar Kenton-Smith.
Look on the north,
Mesdames et messieurs, veuillez accueillir les coachs, les juges et les athlètes sur le terrain des finales.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the coaches, judges and athletes.
Well, out come the archers now for a 1-8 elimination in the mixed teams recurve here in Para Archery, and a big roar for the two archers from France, Aziza Benhami and Guillaume Toucalet. They're up against two pretty hardened opponents from Poland here. Both of them are medalists now in this Polish team in individual competition, but here are the French archers. Benhami and Toucalet. Both, sadly for them, beaten in their opening matches in the individual competition.
Target number 2.
Here are two very good archers from Poland. Melina Olszewska, the 40-year-old, a two-time medalist in individual competition, bronze in London, bronze in Rio. And what about Zizek here in Paris, going all the way to the gold medal match before being beaten, but a silver medalist here. And he froze up a little bit in that final, but he was outstanding to that point.
It shot well all the way up to the final match.
He did.
Wealth of experience with the Polish team.
Yes, indeed. So France are going to have to be on top of their game here to oust the Polish pair, but Toucalet's got to stand up. Yep, he's got to really deliver, and who knows, they might get a momentum wave going here, France.
Yeah. Being out there and being as a pair, you know, it lifts, well, it lessens the pressure on the one archer. But Toucalet's got to step up to the mark now. Toucalet would have been expecting a medal from the individuals.
Yes, well, he's medalled at World Championships and European Championships in recent years. Sadly, didn't happen here at this Paralympic Games. But he's got another chance here.
He does.
So it's going to be the French to go first. Guillaume Toucalet to go first.
Great start. That'll settle the nerves of both archers.
The key here is Benhami.
That just piled the pressure on both archers.
Yes, it's ticked over the halfway mark on the 82nd timer now.
That's good.
That's all right.
Yeah, that's great.
It's a pretty decent recovery from Benhami. And they've still got 33 seconds on the clock. Should be okay. Now here's Olszewska. Hugely experienced archer in her 4th Paralympic Games.
That's an even better start.
Yeah. These Poles, if they're on form, are going to be hard to beat. And I say that with all of their opponents that they might face if they get through this French team. The Pole team, this is a good combination here.
Yeah, great shooting. You'd think that was from one archer. Great grouping.
France qualified in 13th place.
Nice.
Just one spot above Ukraine. Benhami has got 8 seconds to get this arrow away. She has, and, well, she scored okay. That's a 7. So 33 out of a possible 40 for France. Leaves 16 points for Poland to claim the first set. Olszewska. 7. So it's a 9 or better for Krzysiek.
He's capable of it.
Well, he went on a fantastic run of gold scores during the individual competition. 9 or a 10 for the win here. Yes. Snuck it in by a centimetre. So well done there for Krzysiek. Early arrow. Nothing like an early arrow in the first set to put the pressure on, but he delivered. And Poland win that by a point. And they lead 2 set points to 0.
Steady score from France, though. Still in the match.
Yeah, Ben Harmy had a few issues with her bow there, didn't she, John? But she handled it okay. It was pretty solid archery from all 4 of them in that first set.
You think Tukale would shoot last with being the more experienced archer?
Yeah, but no, they've gone through that alternate regime. The Poles have gone the same route in terms of their order as well.
9 enough to take the victory at the end of the first set. 34 to 33. It will be
it's not the best weather day for the session.
Set 2 for
Tukale, because he tends to hold and aim for quite a long time, he's taking the time out of Ben Harmy, and Ben Harmy's not getting the opportunity to complete her routine.
Well, that's an interesting point. Interesting to observe that here. It does put the pressure on if there is an equipment issue, as we saw Ben Harmy having to redraw. But they got through their arrows okay.
They did.
But Ben Harmy probably said to Tukale and the coach in that little break, hey, just give me a bit more time, please.
Most definitely, I would have done.
Just a few more seconds. So here's set number 2. France down by 2 set points to 0. First 10 of the match.
Four.
Nice from Olszewska. Yeah, she is
staring it down.
She's a very good archer. Krzysiek now to give Poland a solid lead after the first rotation in set number 2.
That's okay.
4 points ahead. Comfortable position for Poland.
Big arrow now off Tukale.
Yeah, he needs another 10, doesn't he?
He does.
Crowd love him, don't they? Just a touch high there from Tukale.
His shot routine just slows it up, you know, and Ben Harmy's up against the clock.
Oh, quick arrow release there, and she's in with a 6, so it's France locking in 28. So just 11 required by Poland for a 4-set point lead in this 1-8 elimination match. Rock solid from Olszewska. Back-to-back 10s for her. So all Krzysiek, unlike the last set, all he needs to do this time is just get it on the target. Remember, he needed that gold score in set number 1. Yeah, solid arrows from Poland. 37, they dropped just to 3 points. It's one of the highest scores we've seen in a set in the session. Poland now leading 4-0 over France.
Yeah. getting the better of the weather now, though. So the scores are always going to go up.
They are indeed, and Poland is going to take a good team to beat them, it seems, in this mixed teams competition.
Yep.
Poland were the 4th seed.
10-4, 8-6, 28 in total for France. And another strong set, 10-8, 10-9, dropping just 3 points. Poland's Marina Olszewska.
Well, lovely arrows there from Olszewska. She's gone 9, 10, 10. Had a 7 in there too, but she's gone particularly well. Krzysiek, solid. No 10s from him yet, but 3 9s from his 4 arrows. Well, one more chance for France here. Well, this is it for France. Tukale needs a good start here.
And also, just to speed up a little bit, give your teammate her 20 seconds back.
Yeah, it's taking him 9, 10 seconds there to put the arrow in the bow.
No.
24 seconds.
And that leaves her on average 16.
Yeah. But she's already going to be eating it into their next 4 arrows timing.
Well, quick release from her, and she seems surprised with that one. As she scores a 5. Olszewska, all business, like she has been on the shooting line forever. Yeah. Lovely arrow from her again.
Not under any time restraints. Just going through their motions, going through their shot routine.
Set 7.
Well, it's only a 7 from Krzysiek, which is one of his lowest scoring arrows of the whole Paralympics, but they're still ahead by 2 points. With only 2 arrows left. France need 2 gold scores here. Really have any hope, you'd think now. Guillaume Tukale, yes, there's a 10. Second of the match. Now can Benhami follow that up with another gold score? She's got 8 seconds. Gone through the clicker there too.
Yeah.
Had an 8 though, that's okay. That's okay, gives them a starter's chance. 17 required for the victory. Olszewska with this arrow, so the Poles need to slightly improve themselves from that first pass. So there's still work to do here, just like set number 1.
Gold up, well, needs a gold.
Yep, Krzysiek needs a 9 or a 10 to put Poland into the quarterfinals. And he's done it. Solid archery there from Łukasz Krzysiek, and it's Poland that get the win. Comfortable win for them. Some clutch arrows from the silver medalist in the men's recurve, and some very good arrows from the 2-time bronze medalist at previous Paralympic Games, Olszewska. Great teamwork from them. And that is Poland through to the quarterfinals, and that concludes France's campaign here in the Paralympic Games. Great support for all of their para archers, not only these 2 here in the recurve, but the compound as well. But it's the pole here that go through to the quarterfinals, beating France 6 set points to 0.
Mesdames et messieurs, veuillez accueillir les coachs, les juges et les athlètes sur le terrain des finales.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the coaches, the judges and the athletes.
Well, out come the archers for 1-8 elimination action here in the mixed teams recurve open. Hope you're enjoying the session. And out come the teams from Slovenia and Colombia now for a spot in the quarterfinals. Yeah, neat to see all four of these archers out there again.
Cible numéro 1, représentant la Slovénie.
Target number 1, representing Slovenia, Xavier Lavrinik and Dejan Fabcic.
Ziva Lavric and Dejan Fabcic out there. Lavric made the quarterfinals in the women's individual.
Target number 2, representing Colombia, Maria Monica Daza Guzman and Hector Julio Ramirez.
And Ramirez was a quarterfinalist in the men's individual. The other two archers, Daza Guzman for Colombia and Fabcic for Slovenia, were beaten in their first round matches. So it's pretty even on paper.
Most definitely.
This match, it's hard to see which of these two will prevail. These two teams. So we'll roll with it and have fun with this match. Nervous times for the two coaches too.
They can't do anything now. They've done everything they can.
Let's hope the archers win the match.
Just believe. The archers have just got to go out there and believe in themselves.
Daza Guzman will have something to prove. She's world number 2, was beaten in the first round, didn't really perform up to her world ranking in her match. And this man did, though. He shot well. Ramirez, he's world number 8. 2 good wins to get to the quarterfinals and look comfortable on the shooting line.
Very much so.
It suggests maybe the Colombians might have the slight edge in this match if Ramirez is going to match what he achieved in the individual, and Daza Guzman steps up to her world ranking, then perhaps the Colombians might be slightly favoured here against the Slovenians.
It looked as though he pushed his clicker slightly forward then. Is that just so he can get through the shot quicker to give his teammate a little bit more time?
Well, she certainly has more time.
They've come straight from the practice field where it's been throwing it down into the holding area.
Where it's not raining anymore.
No.
This is Dejan Fabcic. Second Paralympic Games for him. Now Lavric. Long hold for her, but
she shot well in the individuals.
She had a good win over Flora Klim of Germany, and then lost to Demberul of Mongolia in the quarterfinals, who went on to contend for the bronze medal. Ramirez, he's ditched the shades on this
that's a good observation there.
Cloudy day in this session.
Yeah, first time we've seen his eyes.
Now Daza Guzman with an important arrow here. Colombians battling in this first set a bit. Even a 10 here, it's going to be tough to see them winning this first set, but you never know. 7, so just 23 locked in there, so just 11 required by Slovenia for the first 2 set points. And there's 8 of them.
Yeah.
So just a 3 or higher required now from Ziva Lavrinch. And there is the win for the Slovenian team in that first set. 27-23. Target nice and big there for Lavrinch. And she utilised most of it to get the win by 27 points to 23.
I've always wondered, you know, obviously both teams, all archers will have duplicate equipment. Okay, so I've always wondered why you don't go onto the practice field when the conditions were like they were and practice with one bow. Leave your other bow set up for good conditions. So then you know if the weather actually improves, your sight mark is already set on your spare bow for good weather conditions.
Yes, must be said, if you've just tuned in to this match, there was torrential rain earlier in this session. Thankfully, it has stopped for now. But yes, good point you made. You've got to kind of predict all situations, because when it comes to the crunch, you might not have the time during a match like this to alter your wet equipment. So you might as well just put the bow down and go to a dry one straight off the bat.
Exactly, Glenn.
Yeah.
And you have to go into a holding area. While there's a match taking place, you're in a holding area, you're waiting to come out, so you might as well just ditch the wet bow and shoot dry bow.
Well, nice job by the Slovenian team. They did enough in that first set. There seems to be a good spirit amongst the two archers and their coach. Wouldn't count out this Colombian team just yet.
Absolutely not.
Didn't see their best in that first set. So they will need to up their scoring to come back into this one, trailing by 2 set points to 0. Ramirez starts off with a 7. Now Maria Monica Daza Guzman.
Eight.
Well, that's an improvement from the 9 that they scored on the first pass in the first set. Still does give opportunities here for Slovenia.
Oh, great shot.
First arrow in the gold zone in the match. Coming off the bow of Fabcic. Well,
there we go.
Colombians improved, but so did the Slovenians. It's a good position for Slovenia to be in after the first pass. Set number 2. Ramirez needs to get going here.
He needs to find a gold. Yes, 10. Shot clock. Need to watch that shot clock now.
There's a Guzman. Down to 5 seconds. Yeah, hurrying the shot, unfortunately, there. Costing her maybe a 2 or 3 points there.
Definitely.
And it opens the door for Slovenia again.
Yeah.
And now they need 14 between the two of them. Take a decisive lead in this match. Fabcic. Well, there's 7 of them. It's not again the end of the world. Interesting to see Lavrinch anchoring. Again, they decided to go with that simple rotation.
Yep.
The alternate rotation. Lavrinch now got 12 seconds to try and score the 7 or higher. Yeah, terrific arrow to finish that set. That's emphatic from Ziva Lavrinch. Nice job by the Slovenians. They are leading 4-0
Battle of the gender wars between the two teams.
Solid archery from Slovenia so far. Really nice arrow from Lovrench at the end there. 9 and a 10 from her in that set.
Yeah, great shooting.
Stared in it nicely, didn't she?
Strong scoring by both teams. 7-8, X10 and a 6.
So it is 4 set points to nil. It was the Slovenians winning that 35-31. Colombia just can't get going at the moment. Just the 1 arrow from 8 from the Colombians inside the 10 ring. In fact, just 1 goal score, full stop. That is going to have to improve greatly in this 3rd set. Otherwise, they could be packing their bags.
Most definitely. Need to start strong now.
Well, Ramirez, Daza Guzman. It's time for them to get going. Are they making a change to their order here? Daza Guzman going first now.
Good ploy. Yeah.
Ramirez. Well, he's just not able to get the scores that he achieved in the individual at all.
Absolutely not.
In this match. And then now Fabjic for Slovenia. He's opened with an 8 and a 9 in the match so far. Oh, he drops back to a 6. So pretty even Stevens now this set. Unless Lovrench can back up the 10 with another.
Oh,
6,
yeah.
7.
Going left, both of them.
Well, this is the Colombians' chance now to come back into the match. Changing their order up here with Daza Guzman going first and then the 3rd arrow.
That's good stuff. Good arrow. That puts the pressure on now.
Yeah, good stuff from her, eh? Daza Guzman, 8 and a 9.
10 now will make it interesting.
It certainly will.
Shot clock. Yeah.
Oh dear, it's down in the 6 zone again for the 2nd time in the set. Ramirez. Has that just cost the Colombians the match? Let's have a look here with just 17 required. I say 17, they only got 13 on the first pass.
There's 8 of them.
Yep. So it's a gold score for the win here for Ziva Lovrench.
She's looked strong.
She has. She went 9-10 in the last set, finished with a 10 to win the set. Can she win it here?
No.
Oh, she's withdrawn with only 8 seconds.
Time.
4 seconds. Got to get the arrow away here. Oh, hard luck for Lovrench. It's going to be the Colombians who get the 2 set points. Hard luck there for her.
The pressure swings onto the Slovenians now.
Yeah,
purely because they lost their routine.
There's still plenty of pressure too on Ramirez.
Yeah.
Well, his scores so far, John, 5, 7, 7, 10, 6, 6.
Yeah.
6, 7.
It looks to me, observing him, he's feeling the cold.
6, 9, 6.
He's shivering, and that's not a nervous shiver, that. He's feeling the cold. So this is where You need to be covering up when it's raining and protecting your body and wearing waterproofs.
Well, I guess in particular too, when you're coming from, you know, climates that are different. Perhaps, you know, these two archers from Colombia haven't experienced weather like this too much.
No, it's cold out there for them.
Yeah, temperature below 20 degrees Celsius, wet.
Yeah, damp as well.
Yeah, bit of a breeze. All of a sudden, it becomes quite uncomfortable.
Yeah.
If you're not used to it.
And you've got that nervous tension as well, so your senses pick up on everything.
Yep, and there's a match to win at the Paralympic Games.
Definitely. And you got the pressure of feeling as though you're letting your teammate down. You're not, you know, because you live by the sword, you die by the sword.
Sure.
One of those.
So 4 set points to 2 now. Colombia are still in must-win territory. They've got to win the set here to take the match to a shoot-off. To have any chance of making the quarterfinals here at the Paralympic Games in the mixed teams recurve competition.
Good start. Big arrow now. He's got to be finding the red. Red or better. Yes, there we go. We've got a match on.
Yeah, looks good for Fabcic. It's his first 10. Good time to score one too.
Definitely.
Now Lovrench, has she sorted out that issue? She has. Well, that's the strongest opening to a set in the match for the Slovenian pair.
Just when they needed it most.
Exactly, which is a good response, because that's 17. The Colombians have scored their best start too. Now can Daza Guzman follow it up here?
That's okay.
Well, big arrow for Colombia here. Massive for Ramirez.
Yes.
Good job from Ramirez. 2 9s from him. That's much better. Will it be enough, though? Slovenia are going to have a match arrow. Lovrench is going to have one. Here is Fabcic. How much is going to be required by Lovrench? It's an 8. So here is the win. It's going to be an 8 or better for Ziva Lovrench to get Slovenia into the quarterfinals.
Struggled on the last arrow.
Yeah, did great the arrow before the set before though with a 10, remember? And it is an 8. She's done it. There is Slovenia through with a really nice job done by Ziva Lovrench and Dejan Fabcic. They are through to the quarterfinals and have eliminated Colombia. Final score in that one, 6-2.
À l'occasion du 3e set, mais au final 35-34 dans le 4e, suffisant pour que les Slovènes coupent la ligne et se qualifient donc pour la suite. 6 points de 7 à 2 le score final.
Wow, strong scoring final set with Colombia leading Ziva Ravrinik needing an 8 with her final arrow to win the match, and an 8 she got. So congratulations for Slovenia's two Slovenians, Ziva Ravrinik and Dejan Fabcic, who go through to the quarterfinals.
Mesdames et messieurs, veuillez accueillir les coachs, les juges et les athlètes sur le terrain des finales.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the coaches, judges and athletes.
Out come the archers now from Korea and Iran to compete for a spot in the quarterfinals. And the mixed teams Recurve 1-8 eliminations. And there is Jang and Kwak for the Republic of Korea.
Numéro 1, représentant la République de Corée.
Target number 1 representing Republic of Korea, Jang Dong-suk and Kwak Dong-wee.
Kwak made the quarterfinals of the men's. Jang was eliminated in the 1/16 round in the women's.
Target number 2 representing Iran, Samaya Rahimi Kanarajani and Mohammad Reza Ameri.
And we've got 2 strong archers here for Iran. We've got the bronze medalist in the men's, Arab Ameri, and Rahimi Gadiriyani made the quarterfinals in the women's. So to translate that, Arab Ameri won 4 of his 5 matches, and Rahimi Gadiriyani won 2 of her 3. So they were in pretty good form, both of these archers from Iran.
Both emphatic. Yeah.
So if they combine well in this match, they will be a good team to watch. The Iranian team as Milad Vazetti is about to assume his position in the coach's box.
Kwak shows some good form in his earlier match, though.
He did. Showed a hint of that second qualification place in a personal best score in the ranking round, 647. Mind you, he was only 2 points clear of Arab Ameri. Yeah. And Arab Ameri, after losing to Harvinder Singh in the semi-finals, hit the reset button really well.
He did.
And he shot superbly in the bronze medal match to win. So here he is, Mohammad Reza Arab Ameri.
8.
Now Rahimi Gadiriyani. She had 2 6-0 wins in her individual competition before she was beaten 6-0 herself by the silver medalist, the eventual silver medalist, Wu Yang. Now here's Kwak Wang-hee for Korea.
Great form.
9.
No, impressive style.
He's Mr. Cool, isn't he?
He is.
Now Zhang, the experienced 55-year-old, world number 17 in her very first Paralympic Games.
Miss.
That's a dead arrow.
Yep, that one's not coming back.
Neuf.
9.
So for the win in this first set, the magic number is 30. So a 7 here or higher will be good enough for Rahimi Gadiriyani. And she gets the 8. So there's the 2 set points for Iran. Disappointing start for the Korean team.
Oh, great shot.
There's a touch of class about him, isn't there, Kwak?
There is.
Yeah.
That'll settle her nerves.
Yeah, nice to get one on the target, right?
Definitely.
Well, solid archery from Iran. Get the job done. No 10s on their scorecard, but they didn't need them in that set. 31-25.
La République islamique d'Iran par la voix de Somaïe Raimi et Kaderijani et Mohamed Reza Arab Ameri se retrouvent en position de leader. 2,7-0.
An 8-6, 9-8, 31 in total for Iran's Rahimi Kaderajani and Arab Amiri to claim the first 2 points at the end of set 1.
Well, Kwak and Jang up against Rahimi Gaderiani and Arab Amiri. Well, Arab Amiri, he's a good archer to watch too.
Yes.
We talk about Kwak having a touch of class about him. There's certainly that vibe going on with Arab Amiri as well.
Yeah. Got a lot of belief from this games.
He's come nicely up in the recurve ranks recently. Arab Amiri, not only did he win bronze here, but he won 2 bronzes at last year's World Archery Para Championships. Won bronze in the individual and the teams.
Shoots well in qualification.
Yep, world record holder in qualifications. So all signs are looking good for Arab Amiri, for Iran. So let's see if the Korean team can move forward. Well, Kwak can't do much better as Park looks on, the compound archer. That was here for the Korean team. Kwak can't do much better. 9 and 10 in the first set, and there's another 10.
Fantastic.
He's a character, Park.
And Kwak's enjoying it.
Just missed.
5, yeah.
It's just missed the 6 zone, hasn't it?
Didn't expect that.
No, a real loose one there from Arab Amiri. Puts a bit of pressure on Rahimi Gaderiani. Yeah, exactly. Keep pace with the Koreans.
Something's come loose on the bow. Rattle then. Just picked it up.
Well, don't know if she noticed it. Just grabbed the line there from Kwak. But the Koreans now have a chance to win the set. With Jang here, 7 will be enough. Yeah, nice job. Nice job. She's got the 8, so back come Korea in this match. The Iranians will need gold scores here just to get them back on track. Even though they're not going to count in this set, but it's important.
Let's just see if there's any reverberation from that bow again.
You don't like that sound, do you, John?
I don't like that sound, no. Something loose.
It'll be interesting to observe that one going forward. 31-25, it's the Korean team who bounced back. And what about that? It's the same score as the first set, but just completely flipped around.
Yeah. You need to be checking all the aspects of your bow, you know, stabilization, sight, because in the heat of the moment, you know, unless you've absolutely tightened it up, things vibrate loose.
Vibrations are not everyone's plans when it comes to equipment for anything, really.
No. It takes the energy out of the bow and it just reverberates. But saying that the archer generally can feel it. It just might be that a bow's not recovered from the wet conditions.
Well, finally balanced at the halfway stage, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Both teams have scored 56. It's 2 set points each. Well, Mohamed Reza Arabamedi still looks super relaxed. Mind you, I don't think he gives you the impression he's never been stressed in his life.
No.
He's just a happy chappy, isn't he?
Yeah.
And he loves competing, and here he is.
Great place to be.
Absolutely. Here he is lining up. Start the third set.
Great shot.
Yeah, important to put your hand up to stop the clock. You don't want to waste valuable seconds.
Super cool, man. Ooh.
6.
Well, he looks super stable again then, John.
He did.
Last 2 arrows have gone right now. 8 and a 5 and 8 and a 6. And to be fair, that's what cost him in the individual as well. Just the odd stray arrow like that.
It's most likely his hand position on the bow. You just then begin to either torque or cant the bow a little bit. So that obviously puts the bow in a different angle than being perfectly vertical. Great shot.
Yeah, that's a much-needed 10. That's the first for Iran in this match.
This set could be over after this arrow.
Indeed, it could. 34 is the magic number in this set. So 7 required here by Rahimi Gaderiani. And she has it.
7.
Nice job by Iran. Nice improvement on their last 2 sets as well. So good job by that pair. All on the back of that 10 too, John.
Definitely.
8.
So all of these sets, all 3 of these sets have been won by the team shooting first, and all with arrows to spare. So here's Zhang. To close out set number 3. It's going to be 4-2 to Iran, though. She locks in that 7.
So if a team shot a 10 in their set, they've gone on to win
it. That's right. Yep. 34 to 28 in that set. Iran now just 2 set points away from moving through to the last 8, the quarterfinals.
Survivre au tir de barrage pour parvenir à se qualifier pour les quarts de finale. Mais d'abord,
so here's an interesting move there.
Oh, you see.
Okay, so what have you seen there, John?
It looked as though the aperture, so that's the thing that moves along the carriage. It looks as though the coach has had to move that or tighten it up, so there was a vibration on the bow.
They take a 4-2 lead going into the 4th set.
There you go. That's why we got you in here, John.
You do get an acute ear for things like that.
You do. Well, let's pay special attention to that first arrow in this set to see if we hear the same sound.
Yeah.
The other thing to watch too with Rahimi Gaderiani is she hasn't got a gold score yet. So imagine if she loads one up here and gets a nice 9 or something. She would have given or left some points out on the
It's a brave coach, though, to move the sight of the team that's leading.
It's a Kwak now. Oh, he's had a loose arrow of his own in this match in that last set. Can't afford one now.
8, 8.
Jung needs a goal score here. It's your average down at 5.5. Not helped by that miss, of course, but still can't get the arrow near the goal zone.
But it only costs you the set points.
That's right. Yeah,
Great arrow.
He's definitely the best archer out there, Arabameri. Start a 9, but it looked good for a 10, didn't it?
Definitely.
Now listen. And there's her first goal score. It might even be a 10. In fact, it's a miss, isn't it?
It's a miss.
What has happened there?
Yeah. Why did he move the sight?
Well, here is Korea just needing to get 2 arrows on the target. What an intriguing match.
Yeah.
Well, it's surely going to be Korea's set. Just a 6 required to absolutely guarantee the 2 set points.
Ooh, just got it away.
Well, it's a 5, but it does mean Korea flirting there. Does mean 2 10s can tie the set. Mathematically still possible here, but not now. So Korea going to lock this match up with 1 set to go. Well, issues there for Rahimi Gaderiani. Well, 29 to 20, and back comes the coach here to adjust the sight again.
8, 7, 9.
This is really interesting, isn't it?
Why doesn't he just give her a spare bow?
Well, you're asking me questions I can't answer, John.
Well, that's what I'm verbalising a question that I'm asking myself there,
Of course,
you
yeah.
know.
Yeah. Well, you'd have to fancy the Koreans' chances now.
Oh, definitely.
With what's going on with
The archer
Rahimi
doesn't know
Gaderiani.
what, yeah, the archer doesn't know what the coach is actually doing.
Well, the other thing is the quarterfinals on the line here, and they had it. They had 4. They were 4-2 up.
Chaque archer va tirer une flèche. On va voir si ce sera la République de Corée ou la République islamique d'Iran qui va se qualifier pour les
And the third set that they won was with a 9-8, 10-7. No need to adjust the sight.
Identité d'une équipe pour aller chercher la gagne, et grâce à nos volontaires qui positionnent ces blasons tout au long de la journée, l'occasion de les remercier pour tout ce qu'ils accomplissent.
Well, also Rahimi Gaderiani gets that bow back, and she's. I wouldn't be surprised if there's some doubt in her mind. She's probably thinking, well, part of it is thinking, well, what have I got in my hands here?
Definitely.
Oh, meantime,
There's not many archers that would be letting the coach alter the sight under conditions of where they're at now.
So new target's been put on for the shoot-off. One arrow shoot-off coming here. Per archer, so highest cumulative score. Get the win. If we have a tied score, closest to the centre will move through.
Alternating shooting per nation. So both men have got to start.
Well, they have all the way through the match, so I don't think there's going to be any change there. So it's going to be Mohammad Reza Arab Amiri to begin for Iran, the shoot-off to determine quarter-finalist in the mixed teams recurve here at the Paralympic Games.
Great shot.
And that's an excellent start. So, always worth reminding yourself, folks, that trying to remember where the arrow lands on the target. It could be important. Kwak now.
Needs a 10.
Yeah, it will definitely be advantage Korea if he gets a 10. He doesn't. So he's about a similar distance, maybe just slightly outside Arab Amiri.
So it's on the score and then the nearest to the centre.
That's right. So there goes the arrow, and it's an 8. So Arab Amiri's arrow is definitely closer. So 17 for the Iranian team. That means Zhang with the last arrow here. If she gets a 9, Korea go through. If she doesn't, Iran are going to go through because they're closer to the centre. Oh, no. Zhang nervous. Oh, she's got the 7. So it's going to be Iran with the highest score. That's going to go through by a point. Hard luck for Zhang. She just tightened up on that last arrow, and Iran have survived just into the quarterfinals. Yep. It's a 17-16 win for them in the shoot-off, and it's Iran that moved through by 5 set points to 4.
The coach keeps his job.
Well, nervous times there for Iran, but they get the job done. They make the quarterfinals.
Wow, it came down to the wire and a shootout to separate Iran and Republic of Korea. And it was Sumaya Rahimi Gadarajani and Mohammad Reza Arab Amiri who claimed the victory, and they will go through to this afternoon's quarterfinals.
Voilà, on l'a fait il y a quelques instants lorsqu'ils installaient les blasons, mais on va le refaire une nouvelle fois. Regardez, ils sont équipés pour braver les éléments. Ce sont les volontaires de Paris 2024. Une nouvelle salve d'applaudissements pour remercier les volontaires, s'il vous plaît. Merci pour eux.
And the rain means nothing to our wonderful volunteers. Thank you to them for all their hard work.
Mesdames et messieurs, veuillez accueillir les coachs, les juges et les athlètes sur le terrain des finales.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the coaches, judges and athletes.
Well, out come the archers now for mixed recurve in the teams competition, and it's Turkey against Ukraine for a spot in the quarterfinals. Good combination, this Turkish pair. We have Merve Nurish Erolu on the left, and we got Sadik Savaş on the right. Here the Ukrainian pair, Ruslan Syumbaliuk and Anna Victoria Shevchenko.
Target number 1, representing Turkey, Merve Erolu and Sadik Savaş.
Erolu and Savaş, both in multiple Paralympians for their country.
Target number 2, representing Ukraine, Anna Victoria Shevchenko and Ruslan Syumbaliuk.
And here are the two Ukrainians by Syumbaliuk who won silver at the World Championships last year.
Des huitièmes de finale, la Turquie face à l'Ukraine avec une place en quart à aller chercher. Aussi une grande rivalité ancestrale entre ces deux collectifs. Qui s'affrontent pour la 8e fois donc de l'histoire.
Here is the Turkey coach. Hope he can get his matches through to the next round. Likewise for Ukraine. Hiralu made the 1-8 eliminations. This man here, Savash, made the quarterfinals in the individual competition. Not bad for Savash. He's back-to-back quarterfinalists at Paralympic Games.
Yeah, cracking start.
2023 European champion. Hiralu now with her first arrow. Very experienced archers, this pair from Turkey.
Oh, great start.
Hiralu is a 5-time world champs rep. 3 medals at World Championships. So, could be tough to beat for the Ukrainian pair.
8.
Sumbaliuk lost his first round match in the men's individual in a shoot-off to Net City of Thailand. Shevchenko did win a match before being beaten in the 1-8 eliminations.
7.
Good start here for Turkey. They've got a nice little 4-point buffer after the first pass.
Yeah. All archers have layered up as well with the clothing.
Well, that's just given the Ukrainian team a boost.
Yeah, especially after a first arrow 10.
Well, it's made the set live.
Yeah.
Even if Savash gets a 10 here, Ukraine need perfection, but they're still mathematically in it. 9. It's still, that still may be enough. So not the end of the world from Turkey, especially given that 9 there from Savash, who might have just saved the day for them there.
Yeah, 33 with a 5.
Yeah, not too bad. Ruslan Sumbaliuk now with the second arrow. And he's got it into the goal zone, so there's still a chance for a set win here. A 9 will tie it from Shevchenko. A 10 will win it. Oh, that's clutch from the Ukrainian pair. 2 9s to salvage the point. Good work from them. 33 apiece.
Great shooting by all 4 archers.
Well, it's not easy getting on the shooting line and knowing you need a big combined score there to get a set point, but well done to both Sumbaliuk and Shevchenko.
Wow, what a brilliant start to this final elimination match. Turkey with a 9-10, 5-9, 33. And not to be outdone, Ukraine 8-7, 9-9, also 33. So they share the spoils, 1 point each. 1-1 going into set 2.
Well, beautifully poised after the first set. This match. 33 apiece. Ukraine and Turkey trying to get into the quarterfinals of the mixed teams recurve at the Para Archery. Weather which is rather gloomy here in this session. The weather is the furthest, or should be, the furthest thing from the minds now of the archers. It's all about getting the win. Well, just that one loose arrow costing Turkey in that first set, at 5 from Erolu. Savaş to go first. He's got 2 9s.
Oh, great shot. X. Oh, 2 10s. What a great start.
Oh, they're brilliant arrows from Turkey. Well, other than that 5, they've been right on it, the Turkey pair.
Absolutely.
3 10s already in their 6 arrows.
Oh.
3.
Ukrainian coach, yeah, it happens. Just don't do it again.
No.
Now Shevchenko.
Set.
It'll be hard now for Ukraine with that huge lead. Yeah,
10 now, and it'll, you know.
Yeah, they're an arrow clear already.
Absolutely.
Extraordinary advantage here for Turkey. Just needing 11 points. And there's 10. Oh, they're going to get the perfect 40 here.
Great score for the averages.
Well, let's see what Savaş can do here. Can we get the perfect 40 from Turkey? Oh, yes.
Wow, great shooting.
There you are.
They enjoyed that.
Thanks for coming.
40 up, perfect score.
Even the coaches in the crowd enjoyed that.
Well, Sambalyuk looking for some good education from these arrows. He's a good archer. He's come back nicely with that 9. But sometimes you just got to applaud your opponents.
Absolutely.
And it was one of those occasions, wasn't it?
You got to take your hat off.
You do.
On what?
And there's an 8 for Shevchenko. So, well, that was just great archery from Turkey. Doesn't get better than that in a mixed teams competition. 3-1 they lead, but this match will go the distance because of that tied first set. And the 40 means nothing now.
But the 33 they shot in the first set was with a 5.
That's right. They're looking on form, both of these Turkish archers.
Yeah.
Well, incredible scoring. That set was all about Turkey's Mevnur Erolu and Sadiq Savaş. A 10-10-10. 4-0 up on the board, and they take the 3-1 lead going into the third set.
Good to see how they cover themselves up in between ends, keeping those muscles nice and warm.
Well, I like the intensity there from the Turkish coach too, down at the level of the archers.
Very professional outfit.
Yeah. Just getting the message over to the 2 archers if they didn't know already. Yeah, great stuff there, brilliant.
Yeah.
But the match is still live. And I'm sure that message is well and truly being made on the other side as well. How good was that set from Turkey? Well, we can come back into this.
Unfortunately, it's all downhill from there.
Well, yes, you say that, but hey, what about another 40?
Well, yeah, they're capable of it, as they've proven. Struggling. Good recovery.
He's a strong archer.
He is. And he needed to be then.
Didn't make the World Championships finals last year for nothing, did Sambalyuk. Really good performance in that event. Well, they started with a 3 and a 7 in that last set, and now they're on a 9 and an 8. So that should be competitive. Now let's see how red hot Turkey are in this set. Well, they just eased off to a simmer now, based on that arrow. But Eridu, what about her? Yeah. 3 10s in her 4 arrows so far. Yeah. Her average is ruined a bit by that 5. Well, now it's game on, isn't it?
Definitely.
Well, Ukraine will be boosted by that 2-point lead at the halfway stage of the set. Here's some Baliuk. Comfortable, but he's just going to have to get a little wriggle on here. That clock down to 20. Nice job from him, though. Shevchenko should have enough time. She doesn't seem to be an archer who likes to muck around.
10 will win it.
Yeah, this will get the match back to even Stevens with 1 set left, if she can get the maximum. Oh, she's given up an opportunity to lose the set now. With that 6, 18 required by Turkey.
2 golds.
This could be a big moment in the match here. Drops down to the 7 zone. So they can't win the set, but Savas can salvage a set point with a maximum here. Let's just say this, 4-2 on the scoreboard looks much better than 3-all heading into the last set. It's a big arrow here for Savas.
Time, yeah.
Oh, he's away, and in fact, it's going to be the win to Ukraine. Well, 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 like I say, 3-all, completely different dimension to the match now, rather than 4-2 to Turkey. So well done to Ukraine for lifting their performance and winning that set. And we are heading to a winner-take-all 4th and deciding set in this match.
The impetus now is with Ukraine.
And what about Turkey potentially losing this match with a 40 on their in a set score? Could happen. Well done. They showed some real resolve there, this pair.
Coach is loving it. Bit of a different look now from the Turkish coach.
Yeah, but good positive facial expressions by the coach. It's good stuff.
Great respect by the coaches, like you say, to be down at the eye line of the archers.
They're both feeling the cold, though, aren't they?
Yeah.
All 4 archers.
Allez, mesdames et messieurs, 4e set, l'occasion d'encourager et la Turquie et l'Ukraine, s'il vous plaît. Merci pour eux.
Wow, what a different dimension we have in this match now. Winner take all. Set here for a quarter-final spot at the Paralympic Games in the mixed teams Recurve Open. Turkey and Ukraine locked up at 3 set points each.
Important starting arrow from both teams here.
Yes, indeed. Here's Sadik Savas, who made the quarterfinals in the individual, leading off for Turkey. Yeah.
9, yeah, steady. It's got to be red or better.
Murvanuj Erolu now for Turkey. 3 10s on her scorecard in this match. Love another one now. Oh, yeah, she delivers it too.
Wow, fantastic shooting.
Ruslan Sumbaliuk now for Ukraine, last year's World Championship silver medalist.
Oh, great shot.
He gets the 10, doesn't he? First 10 of the match for him and his team. What a time to get one. Finally, Anna Victoria Shevchenko. Needs a goal score to keep pace with the Turkey team. Way for a 7. So there's still a chance here.
Yep.
But Turkey have the match on their bows.
Strongest archer shooting first.
38 is the magic number.
8.
Okay. 10. And Turkey won't lose, and worse, they'll be able to shoot off from Savaş. Oh, it's a beauty from Savaş. So 37. Mathematically, it's still possible here for Ukraine, but they need 2 10s to take the match to a shoot-off. Going to be tough. And that's Turkey is going to win the match with some magnificent archery in this 4th and final set. Oh, Shevchenko, she would have loved the chance to get a 10 herself, not to be anyway. But Turkey, well, great match for them. And they were pushed all the way by Ukraine. But there's some very heavy scoring from Turkey at certain points of that match, with a 37 and a 40, of course. And it is going to be Turkey at the team of Merve Nuşerlu and Sadik Savaş who get the win to move through to the quarterfinals by 5 set points to 3.
A very respectable 10-7, 9-8, 34 for Ukraine's Anna Victoria Shevchenko and Ruslan Simbayuk. But it took a big score again from Turkey, a 9-10, 8, and a big 10x, 37 for them. For Merve Nuşerlu and Sadik Savaş, and they take the final slot in the quarterfinals and will meet around.
Voilà, ça nous amène à la fin de cette session du matin, mesdames et messieurs. L'épreuve par équipe mixte va se poursuivre cet après-midi à partir de 15h pour les premières flèches. L'Inde affrontera la Pologne, l'Italie, l'Indonésie, la Turquie sera face à la République islamique d'Iran et la Slovénie affrontera la Chine. On reprend à 15h et on vous emmène jusqu'au match pour la médaille d'or avec la dernière cérémonie des vainqueurs en fin d'après-midi, début de soirée, pour cette dernière journée du para-tir à l'arc ici à l'Esplanade des Invalides dans le cadre des Jeux Paralympiques de Paris 2024. On se retrouve tout à l'heure, passez, ou plutôt profitez bien, déjeunez bien et à tout à l'heure.
Thank you once again for braving the weather and watching some fantastic archery here this morning on our final day at Les Anglaises Paris 2024 Para Archery. It's been terrific so far, and we are back this afternoon with the quarterfinals, semi-finals, bronze medal match, and of course the gold medal match this evening. Thank you once again and safe travels.
Bonjour.
Well, that wraps up this session of Para Archery in the mixed teams Recurve Open. Congratulations to all 6 teams that won the matches to get through to the quarterfinals. Indonesia, Australia, Poland, Slovenia, Iran and Turkey. We had a couple of shoot-offs in there too to heighten the drama as well. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to your company for more Para Archery here from the Paralympic Games in Paris very soon.